unfortunately for this young mother and cub. All the prime fishing spots are taken by the... So she leads her cub upstream, away from the competition.
Pushed by the intense competition below, the mother bear must lead her cub up this treacherous incline. Seeking a solitary path, the mother bear forces her way through the slick, mossy forest undergrowth beside the roaring falls.
The mother bear has finally reached the top of the dangerous falls. This isolated territory offers a chance for food.
But there's a reason they have this place to themselves.
Rapids!
Overwhelmed by the immense power of the rapids, the cub struggles to stay afloat, pulled further from the safety of its mother.
Swept away by the powerful currents, the small cub fights for its life. Its mother can only watch, helpless against the river's fury. The rapids offer the promise of food, but demand a heavy toll. The mother's desperation grows as her
but the inexperienced mother coaxes him straight back in.
The bear cub bravely follows its mother's lead, despite the terrifying conditions that almost drowned it moments ago. Survival here is a constant struggle. The mother bear, though massive, expends vital energy navigating the river.
Struggling against the powerful rapids, the exhausted cub makes one final push towards the mossy bank. Her desperation to feed overrides her urge to protect her cub.
The mother bear steps into the deepest part of the river, driven by the needs of her young. Her cub waits anxiously.
Using her immense strength and instincts, the mother bear plunges into the turbulent water, striking at a passing salmon.
Triumphant and relieved, the massive grizzly secures her prize. A successful hunt means survival for the cub waiting on the bank.
She finally secures a large salmon, enough to feed them both.
The mother bear secures her prize, a vibrant sockeye salmon. It is a hard-won victory in these competitive waters.
In this stark, unforgiving landscape, the freezing temperatures threaten the youngest. Huddled tightly, the chicks wait for their parents' return. Cutting off the food supply and imprisoning the fledglings. Only adults have the strength to break their bonds.
The adult flamingos, strong and resilient, take to the sky, leaving the treacherous ice behind.
Even as the lake begins to thaw. Shackles of salt and ice continue to weigh the chicks down.
Trapped in the freezing slush, the chick fights desperately. It manages to pull one leg free, but the heavy shackle of ice proves too much to bear.
And with every day deeper into winter, cold and lack of food.
Take a toll. A young flamingo chick lies completely motionless on its side on the salt crust, a chunk of ice still attached to its foot. It is dead.
The barren landscape seems devoid of hope, until a sudden change in the weather occurs.
But a breath of seasonal wind offers hope. Trapped by the unforgiving ice, the young flamingos huddle for warmth. The chick flaps its wings vigorously, hopping forward. It provides just enough lift.
For a last chance at liberty.
Finally, the leading chicks start to lift off. Their legs tuck backwards as their bodies rise completely out of the icy trap, airborne at last.
Trading their rich nursery feeding grounds. For the southern lowlands. they'll find refuge from the grip of winter. Driven by instinct and the freezing conditions, the flock journeys south. They navigate a landscape as beautiful as it is unforgiving. She enters into the maze of gullies. The damp channel margins are carpeted with grass that lures in grazing antelopes. Within the shadowed confines of the gully, the leopard is a ghost. Every muscle is controlled.
Stealth is the best weapon.
Hidden in the shadows of the gully, the leopard stalks forward. She is dangerously close now, and the impala herd remains completely unaware.
Hidden by the gully, the leopard stalks closer. Above, the impala remain completely oblivious to the silent predator nearing the strike position. The leopard lowers herself, muscles coiled, beginning the final, agonizingly slow approach up the gully wall. Heights. The leopard utilizes the gully for cover, moving agonizingly slow. Every muscle is tensed, ready for the
Placing faith in perfect camouflage. The trap is set. This dry gully is a hunting ground. The leopard knows that patience is key, but the impala, and they'll be inside the required 30-foot range. Explosion of speed, the female leopard bursts out of the trench. The targeted male impala instantly bolts. The leopard uses her supreme agility and
They crash violently into the dirt, rolling together in a thick cloud of dust.
Clamping her jaws over both nose and mouth, she can stay clear of those stiletto horns.
and cut off its airflow. But a spotted hyena is drawn to the commotion. The leopard holds firm, but her heavy breathing signals fatigue. A robust scavenger approaches, hoping to capitalize on her exhaustion. Though she has secured her prize, the leopard senses she is not alone. A challenge is imminent, and she must defend her hard-won meal.
Having secured the impala, the leopard faces a new threat. This hungry hyena intends to steal the meal, forcing a tense standoff in the dry gully.
Close to twice the weight of a leopard, armed with bone-crushing jaws. Chance to cash in on the hard work of others.
When the hyena attacks, the leopard is forced to let go of her prey to protect herself. This leads to a miraculous escape for the impala.
This time, one very lucky impala gets a second chance at life.
The chase is on!
Against a shoal of jacks, too fast for a lone sea lion to catch.
Using the cove as a trap, they run the fish aground.
In the shallows, the pelicans are the first to cash in.
Able to squeeze up to 10 fish in their expandable throats.
But the female-led fleet regroups.
The sea lions swim back out to the open water, preparing to herd another group of fish into the trap.
The fleet spots another shoal and rapidly changes direction, rushing back toward the rocky shoreline.
This time, the panicked prey are driven right onto the beach.
As the tide pools retreat, chaos erupts. The sea lions and pelicans scramble, gorging on the stranded fish in a frenetic display of survival.
This remarkable technique is unique to Galapagos.
Hey, this remarkable spectacle documents a unique localized behavior in the marine ecosystem of the Galapagos.
Filmed here for the very first time. The hunters repeatedly execute their strategy, maximizing their food intake at the rocky edge. The sea lions surge forward, securing their meal. Up to 15 roundups later.
The size of a ping pong ball, the desert rainfrog. To avoid frying to a crisp by day. This amphibian hides deep in the sand. But when conditions are just right, he emerges to feed. Trudging up to 50 yards.
He calmly noses around for insects.
While a Namaqua dwarf adder
Primes itself for ambush. Though it appears fragile, the desert rainfrog is a survivor, but tonight perilously close to the hidden.
This tiny snake can only strike prey closer than 4 inches. A close call for the resilient desert rainfrog. But as one threat recedes into the moonlight, another arrives, silent and venomous.
A Parabuthus scorpion. Uses hair-like feelers to detect the tiniest movement. And frogs are also on his menu.
The frog suddenly senses danger, stopping dead in its tracks as the scorpion, a patient ambush predator, approaches from behind.
The frog mustn't stir. Or he'll trigger a deadly attack from that stinging tail.
Silence falls across the dunes. The tiny frog must remain perfectly still, for the Parabus scorpion senses even the slightest tremor in the sand.
The frog holds its breath, remaining absolutely still until the scorpion loses the scent.
But waiting is what he's good at. At last, Aviscaflo Valley, a colony of termites. Busily harvesting dune grass.
With lightning speed, the desert rainfrog strikes. Its sticky tongue snags in this harsh nocturnal battleground.
They're packed with protein and fat.
He'll force down up to 100 in a sitting. Satiated, the desert rainfrog rests, its successful hunt complete before the sun rises.